Have you ever guys wondered how you get those boring sound effects from these ones, the in-game standard ones, to something completely different? Something like this. Well, then I have some good news for you guys, because stick around and I'll exactly show you how you can replace the custom standard in-game audio with custom ones that you can find anywhere on the internet. I'll show you exactly how to do it, so stick around and follow along. Alright champions, there are a few essential add-ons that you need to make this happen, to make this work. There are 3 of them. Sweetsour custom audio allows you to import custom sounds and make them play whenever you hit a certain ability. For example, when I press arcane shot or aim shot to play a specific sound file. You can find it on CurseForce. The link will be down in the description for you guys. I will do that for all the add-ons that I'll show here. Alright, the second add-on you need is Leatrix Sounds. Leatrix Sounds is a simple add-on, which is gonna be important for replacing that sound with a specific custom sound. So Leatrix Sounds lets you look up the sound of any spell in game, and you're gonna need that one for the third add-on that is also a necessity for this. So the third and final add-on you're gonna need is Leatrix Plus. Leatrix Plus lets you put in a sound ID that you get from Leatrix Sounds and allows you to mute that sound. Why is this one really important, guys? It is really important because of this. Because if you don't mute a specific in-game sound, whenever you're gonna add the custom sound effects and you don't mute the normal standard in-game sound effect, you're gonna hear 2 sound effects. You'll have your custom one and the normal in-game sound effect that will be played otherwise. So that's why you also need to mute the sounds. All 3 of the add-ons, I'll leave the link in the description, so you can download on CurseForce, absolutely free. Before we go any further, guys, I'll take a brief moment to ask you to please hit the like button on this video as well. It will make sure that I'll see how you appreciate this video, how I'm doing, and also it helps out to push this video out to more gamers, players that are maybe interested in these kind of tutorials. So be sure to hit the like button, and while you're there, maybe consider subscribing. As a small content creator, that would help me out massively. And the good thing is, subscribing is absolutely free, and it will be a game changer for me. So please leave a like and consider subscribing, and let's get back to the video. There are also another 2 desktop applications that I quickly want to cover that I think will make your life way easier if you want to add some custom sound effects and if you want to edit the sound effects yourself. The first one is 4K Video Downloader. 4K Video Downloader is a really simple application on your desktop. Also totally free, guys, so don't worry. What this one allows you to, for example, if you go to YouTube and you found like a video with a specific sound effect that you like, for example, I use a lot of Fortnite sound effects for my hunter. So I look up like Fortnite gun sounds on YouTube. And what you can do with this, if you download it, I'll quickly show you. So once you've downloaded 4K Video Downloader and you open it up, and this is what you'll see. On the top left, right over here, you see like paste link. So if you go to any YouTube page with a specific sound effect, you copy the web URL and you paste link, and then you can absolutely download the whole video, or you can just only extract the audio. So I'll quickly show you how that looks. Let's say you make a Death Knight, you want to have like a custom sound effect, for example, when you press Apocalypse, to actually have the voice line of the Lich King saying Apocalypse. So you can look up something like this. This is just an example, guys. You can get any video or sound effect specific file. And there are people out there that make isolated sound effects out of these things too. So if you, for example, want like the Lich King screaming Apocalypse that you could show right there, you could just copy the URL right here. You go to the 4K Video Downloader, which you can see right here, and you paste link. It will start loading up, you can see right here. And here you have a few options. You want to download the video high definition. Well, in this case, we don't want to download the whole video. We just want to have the audio file. So you'll select this one, the arrow, extract audio, normal quality. You press extract, like so. It will load up. And there you go. So there you have the sound effect like in 4K Video Downloader. There's your sound effect, the MP3. You can use this one in the next steps to make this as a custom sound effect to replace your standard Apocalypse ability for Death Knight, for example. So now that we've downloaded the sound effect file, guys, there's another important desktop application that I would highly advise you to get, called Audacity. Audacity is a simple program that allows you to modify sounds, or sound effects in this case. I'll leave the download link also in the description down below, so you can check it out. What you'll do on this page, you'll download the installer version, which is the recommended one. And you will make a desktop shortcut so you can use it. I'll quickly show you how that will look and what we can do, or what we should do with the sound effect, because this step is really important, guys. So after installing Audacity, when you open it up, this is how it looks like. It's absolutely blank. So we need to import a sound file sound effect. So we also downloaded the sound effect from 4K Video Downloader. So we have to open up that sound effect, which you can see right here. So all we have to do is copy this one into that program. Just gonna click and drag, drop. There we go. And you see there like some sound waves are visible now. So this is the sound effect that we downloaded from YouTube and that we, of course, use 4K Video Downloader for. What you can do with this one is a few important stuff. So the great thing about this application is you can adjust the volume or lower the volume as you need. The great thing with this one is, like for example, this one we might want to have it a little bit louder. But if you make it too loud with sound effects, you can have like those audio cracks. That happens when your waveforms extend the maximum wave range. Then you get like audio cracks. That's not what we want to have. But the great thing with this application is it can kind of automate that. So it will safeguard to not have any audio cracks while still upping the volume to the maximum. Control A, we select the audio file. We'll go there again. Volume and compression, amplify. And here you have, like, it can maximum amplify by 6.568 decibel without generating any audio cracks. Apply, like the audio waves got way bigger, so the volume is increased by over 6 decibels. And it will not extend above the maximum line, so it will not have any audio cracks in this way. There's one more really important step we need to do because it is an MP3 file. And in order for those sound effects to work, you need to convert to a .ogg file. You go here to File, you go to Export Audio, and this is what pops up, guys. So this is the file name. You can change it to whatever you want. But the format is the OGG Verbose files. This one is the one you need in order for in-game to the audio sound to work. Really important. The folder is another really important one for this add-on to actually work. So you have to select your World of Warcraft folder, which using your C files, program files, and then for me times 86. World of Warcraft, go into the retail folder and then into the interface folder. Here I have the audio folder in there. You can do it, but I would not do that. I would just change this to the general interface folder, like so. And I'll show you why. Because if you do it in the interface folder, you have to make another folder, which usually you call like audio, what I did. But I started to have problems when I wanted to have like more sound effects for one specific sound, so it can rotate between custom sound effects at random or in a specific order if you would like. If I would make another audio file folder in the interface and then make another folder for, like for example, let's say I want to have multiple sound files for Arcane Shot. If I did that, it did not work. However, it did work when I went back into the normal interface folder and I made a folder there, Arcane Shot, and put all the different Arcane Shot variants in there, and then it did work, guys. Really important to keep that one in mind. So you can hit export and it will load up. Yeah, and now it should be in the interface folder, which I'll also show you where the file is. And then we can go to the exciting part, guys. We can work on replacing standard in-game audio with custom audio. So let's go. Here I am, champions, on a freshly new level 70 Death Knight of mine. I will use this character just as an example to show you how I will do it, because I need to set up custom sound effects for this character as well to make it sound epic and make the game more immersive. Pardon me for how he looks. He looks hideous. The first thing you're gonna need is like Leatrix Sounds for that. To open the Leatrix Sounds, you can do a quick command in the chat, /LTS. This brings up Leatrix Sounds. You can fill in an ability that you want to know the sound idea from in-game. So for this first sound effect, I want to have like a custom sound effect that replaces both Apocalypse and also Army of the Dead. So let's search for Apocalypse. You have to be sure it's exactly the same as it says in the tooltip. Really important. So Apocalypse. You see there's a few of the sound effect files that came up, 3 of them. So what I usually do, I usually copy all 3 of them and we're gonna put them into the next add-on as well, which is Leatrix Plus. So then we can search these spell ideas and mute them. We need to mute those in-game sounds with Leatrix Plus. So for that we're gonna do something. We're gonna go to the chat /LTP. This one will bring up Leatrix Plus, as you can see right here. And you have some options right here, but we want to mute some in-game audio. We'll go to this one. If you go here to the system, you have an option here, mute custom sounds. You can press here on the cogwheel to open the configuration window. So here I have one that's already filled with stuff, which is of course for my hunter stuff. But we want to have one for Apocalypse and also for Army of the Dead. So what you can do, you just type in the abilities names, Apocalypse and Army of the Dead. You see Army of the Dead, there you go. And in here you just put on all the spell ideas that we found, which I'll show you up on screen right now. Here you have the spell ideas that we had earlier. It were 3 sound effects that the system recognized for those abilities. So we'll just type in like those numbers behind the hashtag. So it would be 1472521 and then a comma, spacebar. Then the next one 1472522, comma, spacebar. 1472523. And over here, guys, like what I just explained with typing in those spell ideas, this is how it looks like in game. And yeah, you can press the play button to see if any sounds play, and then you know if it works or not. This is how it looks like. You can do this principle for any ability on any class that you want. And that's how it works. And the thing that is next is probably the most exciting, guys. How to actually connect those custom sound effects that we've downloaded earlier, converted earlier. How to actually put them in the game. We're gonna show you. Let's go. At this time, champions, we've done a few steps, of course. We found the sound effects that we wanted. And we downloaded them. We converted them from MP3 to OGG. We searched the in-game sound effects for the custom standard spells, for the spell ideas. We muted those as well. And now we're in the part that we're actually gonna apply those custom sound effects to the standard in-game abilities. So I'll show you how to do it. So you open up your add-ons folder, you're gonna go for custom audio, you select spell sounds and you end up with this window over here. On there you wanna add specific spells, and here we can add a sound. So if you click that, you have a few options here to configure it. Over here, you want to write the exact same spell idea as it says in the toolbar right here. Remember, I'm going for an Apocalypse and Army of the Dead spell. So first I'll of course do Apocalypse, because the rest, it works kind of the same. So we have to type in Apocalypse. And then we look, Calypse. And then we press OK. So it did find the spell. So that is great, and then we have some few options to choose. I usually choose success, so when this spell is successful it will play the sound effect. You can also press on start, fail, damage, heal or cooldown complete. And if for whatever reason after you've done those steps a sound doesn't work, you can try to select multiple ones and then test again. Here's the thing, we can select some audio sources. We of course have some custom sound effects, so we choose custom sounds. The sound channel is the sound channel in-game that that sound effect will be played on. I put it on the master. What is this useful for? For example, if you have some sound effects that are way too loud and you want to tune it down, you can also put this, for example, on dialogue, because dialogue is usually where when you have a quest and those NPCs says something, that's the dialogue sound channel. And then, for example, if you have the master fully on 100%, but you think the sound effects, if you have them on masters like me, is too loud, you can put them to dialogue, and then with the in-game options on World of Warcraft, you can tune down the dialogue sound level to, for example, 50%. So then your master keeps the same, but your dialogue sounds will go lower, including then your sound effect if you put it on dialogue. I put it here on master, you can follow along, do it as well. And here's the thing, you can add single audios, or you can have a whole custom audio pack. So I downloaded one spell. In the meantime, I've downloaded a few, because I think with this ability, I wanted to rotate between a certain amount of spells, so we don't have the same ability every time when we press it. But if you do this, for example, for any spell, if it's a single one, it's really easy. But you can follow along. I'll choose the custom audio pack for this case. And then you'll see here, it loads a path, number of files, test the sound, a random order. So what do we do from here? I'll show you. We quickly have to go into the World of Warcraft audio interface folder. So over here, guys, I just opened up my file explorer. You can see where I am. I'm on the local C drive, program files, World of Warcraft, into the retail folder. And then in the retail folder is an interface folder that you want to go into. You can make what I did, a generate audio folder, but I would not do that. I would just make a folder for each ability that you want to have custom sound effects. So I have my hunter ones, for example, but over this one, Army of the Dead and Apocalypse, that's the one that I want to use the path. So I'm going to click on this. And these are the spells that I want to have in there. As you can see, all of them are .ogg files. Very, very important to have them as .ogg files. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sound effects that I want to have to replace my Apocalypse ability. We have now like a custom audio pack. If you have single audio and you go back, then you can just take any of those. You put in this right there. You can copy this one, and I do believe we don't have to put it fully in there, but we have to put in, I think, the interface part and then the Army of the Dead and Apocalypse folder that we just made. And this folder, of course, you can have a different one. For example, Arcane Shot if you make one for a hunter. It doesn't matter. It works the same. That path you can put in here. Like here's that interface audio. That audio that we want to replace because we have the Apocalypse and Army of the Dead. Audio file not found. And then the question is, why is that? One really important thing that I was running troubles in, like when I put like in the audio file path, it kept saying like, oh, audio files not found. There's one really important detail. If you copied those files into the World of Warcraft interface, 3, 12, I would say, you have to close World of Warcraft and restart it again in order for World of Warcraft to see those files. So let's do that, exit the game.
2,000 years later.
Gonna log into our Death Knight again. And then let's see if it can find the audio files. Addons. Custom audio. Spell sound specific. We'll have to do this step again. We're gonna do Apocalypse. Let's see, like, I want to test it out with a single one to be sure first. I have to copy this in again. I'm gonna check. Delete everything in front of interface, including the backslash. So we have this. Add another backslash right here. Then put in the spell name or the audio file name. I want to have this one. And if we type in .ogg, because that's the audio file, we press OK. Test sound.
I am your end.
And it does play the sound. It does play the sound, so that's absolutely marvelous. So that was the quick fix, guys, that I want to mention. Like, if you added if you add new folders into World of Warcraft, into the directory tree, be sure to name it file 1 to how many files you have. You can do a maximum, I think, of 10. I have 5 now, so the first one is 1.ogg. Be sure to have the .ogg in there too. We want to do the custom audio pack because we tested out the single audio file before. Custom audio pack. We have to copy this directory tree right here. So we Ctrl C. We go back into the World of Warcraft add-on, audio path, Ctrl V, and everything in front of the word interface you want to delete, even the backslash right there. So delete all this. Apocalypse, you add another dash slash right there, and then I think we're good to go. I think if we press OK on this one and we put the number of files to 5, because you can see right here we have 5 files .ogg, so it should be 5. Put in 5 right there, OK, and then test sound. Now it did find the sound effects, and here you can just randomize the order that will be played. And then one important thing, if you set up all of this, you have to press add sound. There we go. Now it's over here, Apocalypse, custom audio pack, interface, it found the folder, it knows it has 5 files, and we told them to randomize the order. If you want to have more sounds, you can add another one and repeat the process. But let's test this out. So now we have the sound effects ready. So I think this should be good to go. So now if you press Apocalypse, you have one of those random 5 sound effects popping up. So just let's attack this target dummy as we would do normally. Put some diseases on. Festering Strike to build some festering wounds. Till we have 4 like this. And now press Apocalypse and let's see the sound effect. There we go.
I am your end.
And as you put here, right there, it played the sound effect perfectly. Guys, I'll show you again. It's off cooldown again, the Apocalypse. So I'll just put on my wounds. We have 6, we can burst them and listen what the sound effect this time.
I shall show you true pain.
Yeah, you heard that? This is awesome, guys. This add-on is absolutely awesome. You can see what you can do with this add-on. You can use it for single files. You can use it for custom audio packs if you have multiple files as well. This ability is really, or add-on is really great. Again, guys, I hope this was useful, this tutorial on how to set up those custom sound effects. Be sure, like, if you liked it, if you found value in this video, make sure to leave a like for me. That really helps me out. It shows that you appreciate the content I made and that I'm kind of like doing a good job. It also helps out push this video out to more players or people that might be interested in this one. And while you're at it, consider subscribing for my channel. Would really help me out. I'm a small channel and everyone counts. It really matters. And subscribing is totally free, so why not, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. But that was it for this video. I hope you'll have some fun with those custom sound effects and that the game will be more immersive to you all. And yeah, this was Commander, and I'll see you in the next video. Salute!